Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today is something completely different. I was asked by my friend's daughter if I would make her one of these lovely little gnomes. Now I used to make these ages ago. He's probably about 4 or 5 years old now, so I thought I'd show you how I do it, seeing I have to make one. And it's fun. We are on Sunday morning, so I thought I'd have a little bit of fun, and I thought you might like to see. So what I've got an old sock here, and I filled it full of rice. Now this is just normal rice. This is a kilo bag, and I've probably popped in about half a bag, so it's probably 500 grams in there. And I've just tied it up, and I've actually sealed it as well with my glue gun. So that is your base. And then I've got a little sock here, so you can have whatever sort of socks you like. And I'm just going to pop this on top, or inside. Let's pop him inside like this. Squash it all in like that. So this is going to be his body, like that. Just squash him down. Nice little fat one. And we will tie that up in a minute because I need to pop some wire on there. So that is the body. Pop him to the side. Now I've got some wire here. Now this is just sort of like some garden wire. So it's just to pop in the hat so I can bend it. So that's the wire. Take that out of the way. What I'm making the sort of beard out of is just I've got some wool, and it's really nice little fluffy wool, and it looks sort of like beardy. So I've done that, so I'm going to show you how I made that, and then I've just made a little pom-pom for the end of his hat. And also this is a piece of felt. Now the way I've measured this, I've just cut it into a triangle. There's a piece of rice there, and what I did, I measured around it here, so I've just put it around like that. So this is about 12 inches wide, and then I'm just going to sew it up. And the nice thing about rice is it all just sort of like fits in nicely, so you can mold it. So that's the hat, and I've just started here, just stitching along there, just to make it look a little bit pretty, just around this bit here. And I'm also going to do the same thing all the way up through here to sew the hat together. So I'm going to just show you quickly how I made the little beard and nose. So let's pop these to the side. Okay, so I've got my wool here, and what I did, I've got this is some lace came on here, and all I did, I just popped that on, and I just wrapped it around just like that. I won't do lots because I don't need any more. Now what did I do with my scissors? Here they are. Cut that off. Now I've just cut one side of it, so use whatever size length beard that you want to use. So I've done that, and then I've got a piece of double-sided tape like this, the length that you would like it, the length of your beard, not the length, the width. And then I've just taken these and I've just stuck them on just like that, so you get double length, just like this. So it's quite simple. That one's a little bit shorter, I don't know why. Stick it down like this, and you've got your lovely little beard. Now I also popped another piece over the top as well, and put another layer on it. So this one has two. One's a little bit shorter than the other one, and then I've got the little bead nose. Now I've got a bunch of coloured wooden beads in here, so I've just picked these ones because it's a nice little rosy nose. And then I got another piece of the wool, popped it through here. Now oopsie daisy, poked it through like this. It's not going to go through with that one, is it? Let's pop it through here, just so it goes through. Not that it's going to. There we go. like that. Make sure you're even. And then I got some glue, my glue gun, and I glued it down. I held this bit up like that and I've glued it on, and then I actually glued the little nose down as well. So that's what I've done here. So I've just glued it on here because that will go under the hat. So we've got his little nose sticking out. So that's how simple that is. I didn't have any fur or anything, so I've just used the wool, and I think the wool looks lovely. Okay. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, there we go. So that's the beard. So we've got the little body, and then we've got the little beard like that. So what I'm going to do now is just finish off the little hat. Now the wire we don't need yet. So I was just stitching it along here just to make it look a little bit prettier. So this was 12 here, and let me measure it just so you know. It's roughly about 18 inches. But again, you can use whatever size you like. If you wanted to do smaller little gnomes, then just cut them accordingly. So I'll just fold that like that, and then I'm going to stitch this. So I'm going to just pop that like that, and then just stitch this together. So it's quite simple. Turn it around like that. Found it easier to go this way, and then so obviously you can stick it together, you don't have to sew it together, but I thought it just looks quite nice if it's been sewn. It looks sort of more handmade, I would say. Just like that. Stitch it down. You can stick it down if you want to first, which I probably would have done, which maybe I will. Maybe I'll use a little bit of fabric, not Fabri-Tac, 3-in-1 bits of fluff out the way. Let's use a little bit of this just to make sure it's stuck down a little bit better, or holds together better. Do you think that will work? Should, because I'm going to sew it as well. Got my glue gun. I'm going to use my glue gun as well to stick him all together, which I haven't used a glue gun for absolutely ages. I used to use it all the time, making lots and lots of stuff. So stick that down. And what I'm actually going to do, I've got the little bobble here, which is just making a little pom-pom really. So I'm going to pop some glue in here. Just like that, and stick him in just so he comes out the end. Pop him in like that and stick that down. Let's just see if that will stay. Maybe I'll use a couple of my pegs wherever they are. Just pop a peg on here just to hold. Oops. This wasn't a very good peg, was it? Let's have a look. Maybe I'll use this instead. Just hold that down while I sew it. Okay. Pop the lid on there. And then I will just carry on sewing this. So I will speed this up so you don't have to see me sewing it all the way along. Okay, so there we go. We've got our little hat all down with our little bobble on the end there. So let's pop that to the side. I'm just going to quickly turn my glue gun on. There we go. So that's all ready. It's a bit stiff, so I will be popping the wire in a minute. So that can go on there. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to just take this. I've got one of these little hair bands which I think I might use on here, just to pop this on so it stays tight, just like that. Oops, that wasn't very good. I've just broken that one. I think I tried to do too many turns on it, so let's just do 2 just to hold it on. That's it, just under there. I'm going to leave that like that. Now I've cut a piece of this here which is just a little bit longer than the hat itself, because what I want to do, I need to pop it onto here, twist it round here. So let's see how easy that's going to do while videoing it. Stick that in, wrap that around so it's nice and tight without knocking everything over, like that. Now this has to bend up. Okay, and now we need to pop it inside the hat like that so it goes right up to the top. You can see this. Now it's going to have to just bend a little bit. Our little fat gnome comes down like that, so it goes bigger, so it goes further down the back like that. I'm going to have to pop him like that to video it. So let's just open that up a little bit, because we need to stick his little beard on like this. So probably about here. I think my glue gun is heated up enough, so I'm going to take this little piece of tape off so we can stick it on, if I can. This is just the double-sided tape. So I can get it off. Here. It's not easy. There we go. Now let's just stick you on somehow. That's about right, I think. Stick some glue on here. Perfect, that will do for now, because we can always add a little bit more glue afterwards. Now let's get this hat on. So this has to go all the way to the top, if I can. Where is it? There we go. So this is the fiddly bit, to make sure he's on there properly. Squash him down, push him in. It's not easy to do when you're filming. Let's pop him in. Let's get all your little furry bits. Pop your hat down. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop a little bit of glue under here, just like that. Just do a little bit at a time, I think. Stick that on the front. do this little bit here. Pop that down. Around this side. Left everywhere. Oh, he's looking lovely. And trim up the beard. Now I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue on the back to keep this in place. Just like that. Perfect. And then what we need to do, we need to get this wire and then just bend his little hat to how you would like it. Twist it like that, and then look, we've got our little gnome, and I think he looks lovely. So it's not too bad, is it? Not easy doing it on camera because you're limited to space, but I think he looks really nice. And there we go, we've got our little gnome. So I'm hoping she's going to like that. So that's what it looks like from the back. This is my other one that I did long time ago, so I think they look pretty good. So there we go, guys. That was a little bit of a different one for you, how to make a little gnome. Quite simple. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. Please stay safe, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.